Kicking off the new interview series Melrose Stories is
Josh Lobb of Infinite Expression, booth B62.
So tell us where you're from and who you are.
So I'm originally from Orange County, California. I customize clothing here every Sunday at Melrose Trading Post.
The name of your business, what does it mean?
So my brand's called Infinite Expression because I make a little bit of everything. I do custom clothing, jackets, pillows, just random things here and there. So I thought Infinite Expression, when I came up with it, would be a good name for just anything that I came up with making.
When did you start your business?
I technically started it in 2013. I started it right out of high school, just kind of making my own things here and there, and then it kind of just turned into all of this. I was actually driving down Melrose at the original golf store, like way back in the day when they had the really skinny one. I had never been here before. I was just going to the store, and I drove down the street and I saw the market for the first time because I grew up in Orange County, so I didn't know that there was a market here. I saw that market and I had just started making clothes, and I was like, I have to come here and shop. And the first time I came here and shopped, I was like sold on wanting to come here every Sunday, if that meant just shopping, selling, whatever. And it turned into me selling here pretty much every week since then.
You have that cat logo here and there. And
yeah.
What does that mean? Is there any significance?
So when I was younger, I always wanted a cat. Well, cats and dogs, but I was allergic. So I'd always doodle animals and whatnot. So it kind of just ended up being my my main logo, which is why I put it on my tent here too.
Do you do commission?
So I do custom clothing a lot. Everything that I make is a one-of-one. So I only make one jacket, one shirt, depending on what I'm trying to work on. But I never duplicate anything. So if someone wants to bring their own piece of clothing for me to work on, or if they want to come by and shop, they can find their own piece that's one-of-one, or basically make their own one-of-one.
Yeah.
A lot of the art that I was inspired by when I was younger is a lot of the Japanese woodblock prints from like the 1700s. So a lot of the fabric that I like to use has like a theme of that, even if it's not specifically Japanese. Some I have are like floral, or they're more landscape. And then some of them I actually make myself. So some of the fabric I'll custom print myself. Like I designed this in Photoshop and then sewed it all together. So the theme isn't one specific, there's no one overarching theme, but in general it's just the things that I like. So floral, Japanese style prints, the art that I make. I used to make a lot more of these pins. I used to have a ton of little cat and dog pins, but now my clothes are so like, I don't want to say in demand, but they go so fast that I don't have as much time to refill them recently. So I have a good amount of accessories that I keep on me, but in general, I try to have a little bit for the table, some pillows, we got some jackets, some button-ups, a whole rack of them. I have a couple racks of vintage in the back, so we got a little bit of everything in here basically, hence Infinite Expression.
I was looking through your Instagram and I saw that Don Cheeto, he got one of your clothing. How do you feel about that?
That's actually my favorite memory here, probably, because I had a couple different customers that I've had for years, but one happened to be a family friend of his, so they bought a jacket for him, and he actually came by to come get something more from me for a premiere.
Oh, wow.
So he bought a leather jacket off of me for the Captain Marvel premiere, and that still is like my favorite thing here.
Yeah.
Like I've met so many people here, but that's still like #1.
And do you have any favorite vendors here that you like to shop at?
Yes, there's two that are almost always here that are my favorite. One on my right is LA Hip Threads. Sabrina has the best vintage, at least one of my favorite vintage booths, and she's my neighbor, so how can I not love her? And then down the aisle, Writings from Michael. He does customs as well, but he does more of like a painting onto jackets and pants and whatnot. So his stuff is also one-of-one, so I've always kind of vibed with him as well. And it's nice to have more people in the market who do their own customization.
How has your time at Melrose Trading Post impacted you and your business?
It's kind of hard to say. Like I don't want to understate it. I don't think I'd be doing this at least as successfully if it wasn't for Melrose, because I started making this stuff in high school just for myself. I had planned on it kind of just being a small little thing that I did with my time, and it turned into what I do with every piece of my time, because I just love making clothes for myself, and the fact that people enjoy it is is the biggest plus ever. So if it wasn't for Melrose, I don't even know what I'd be doing, or at least I don't think I'd be doing this on this scale. So I'm always grateful to Melrose for what they've done. If you ever stop by Melrose, feel free to come by my booth, come by any of my favorites. We'll always hook you up. I mean, if you ever need something customized, I got you. I never make the same thing twice, so you'll never see someone with what you get from me.